Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. About the author, John Ernest Steinbeck was born on 27 February 1902 in Salinas, California, United States. He was an American novelist. In 1919, he went to Stanford University, intermittently enrolled in literature and writing. He left the university in 1925 without taking a degree. He supported himself as a journalist and labored in New York City. Steinbeck was interested in writing a book that was historically accurate and reflect the times. Notable works: The Grapes of Wrath, East of Eden, The Red Pony of Mike and Men, The Pearl, The Tortilla Flat, The Moon is Down, Cup of Gold. Awards: He won Nobel Prize in Literature in 1962, Pulitzer Prize in 1940 for his work The Grapes of Wrath, and National Book Award in 1940 for his work The Grapes of Wrath. He died in the year 1968, December 20, at the age of 66. He buried in New York City, New York. About the novel. The novel, The Grapes of Wrath, is summed up the bitterness of the Great Depression decade and aroused widespread sympathy for the plight of migratory farm workers. The fact about the novel is it was banned in many communities, both for its occasional absence language and its general themes. Chapter 16. The Joad and Wilson families travel for 2 days. On the third day, they settle into a new routine whereby the highway becomes their home and movement their medium of expression. Rose of Sharon declares that when they arrive in California, she and Connie plans to live in town where Connie can study at night in preparation for managing her own store. This worries Ma Joad, who balks at any idea of splitting up the family. The Wilsons' car breaks down again. Tom and Cassie offers to stay behind to repair it. Ma refuses to go with them. Instead, the whole group, Wade, Wife, Al and Tom, go into town, find parts at a local car lot. The brothers find the needed parts and spend some time talking to the bitter, one-eyed attendant. The man complains tearfully of the injustice of his job. Tom urges him to pull himself together. At the crowded cram that night, Pa Joad tells a man that he is traveling to look for work in California. The man laughed at him, saying that there is no work in California despite what the handbills promise. Weatherly farmers, the man reporters, may need 800 workers, but they print 5,000 handbills which are seen by 20,000 people. This worries Pa, but Cassie tells him that Joads may have a different experience than this man did. Chapter 17. As masses of cars travel together and camp along the highway, little communities spring up among the migrant farmers. 20 families became one family. The communities create their own rules of conduct and their own means of enforcement. The lives of the farmers changed drastically. They are no longer farmers but migrant men. Chapter 18. After traveling through the mountains of New Mexico and the Arizona desert, the George and Wilson arrived in California. They still face a great obstacles. However, as the desert lies between them and the lush valleys they have been expecting, the men find a river and go bathing. There they met a father and a son who are returning from California because they have been unable to make a living. The man cautions the Jodes about what awaits them there. The open hostility of people who decisively calls them Okies and the wastefulness of ranchers with a million acres. Despite these warnings, the Jodes decided to continue on and finish the journey that night. Noah decided to stay behind, saying he will live off fish from the river. He claims that his absence will not really hurt the family, for although his parents treat him with kindness, they really do not love him deeply. Tom tries to vain to convince him otherwise. Grandma, whose health has deteriorated since Grandpa's death, lies on a mattress hallucinating. A large woman enters the George tent to pray for Grandma's soul, but Ma sends the woman away, claiming that the old woman is too tired for such an ordeal. Themes: commonality of experience, corporate greed, industrialization, man connection to land, and organized labor. Symbols used in the novels are drought, dust, and rain. Thank you for watching.